Hey everybody, welcome back to the couch. My name is Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. 4 times a week I post videos about pregnancy, motherhood, or life itself. And if that gets you excited, go ahead and join the club. Click that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Today I'm going to be doing an update for you. In fact, I am just newly out of the second trimester and I want to update you on how things are going. So now that I'm on the other side of my second trimester, I am now in my third trimester. I have an update for you. I'm going to let you know what's been going on with me, the different things that have been happening, and I'm going to give you a couple of things that you might be able to expect if you are pregnant and you are either in first trimester wondering what's going to happen, or if you're in second trimester going, am I even really pregnant? This time is a really chill time in your pregnancy, and a lot of women report that during this time, your pregnancy is really, really low maintenance. So I'm gonna let you know what's been happening with me, what you can expect, and all of the stuff that you need to know about your second trimester. If you haven't seen it already, I have done an update for my first trimester and I'll link that right here. Your second trimester is between 14 and 27 weeks. And here you're gonna start to feel more normal. Of course, your energy is gonna start to come back and your pregnancy symptoms and your morning sickness are going to subside. Hopefully. Here you're gonna start to feel more and more like yourself, except for the growing beach ball in front of you and your growing boobs. So even though most of your pregnancy symptoms are going to subside, here's a time where you're gonna welcome in new ones. For example, shortness of breath, which I've experienced on a number of occasions. You'll have vivid dreams or more vivid dreams, which I've had them too. And you can even experience mild contractions. Now do not worry, this is normal. They're not frequent and they're not painful, but this is your body's way of kind of getting ready for what's to come, which is the birthing and delivery of your baby. Here you can also experience mild dizziness. Now I haven't been dizzy in this pregnancy so far and hopefully I don't experience that. But if you are feeling a little bit dizzy, I'll let you know that it is normal in your second trimester. Speaking of dizziness, here in your second trimester, you're going to feel a lot of movement. It's gonna feel like your baby is kind of doing a drunken stumble within your belly because you're gonna feel all the elbows, all the knees, and every single body part that your baby wants to poke you with. You're gonna feel it all. Another thing that you have to look forward to in your second trimester are the different tests that you have to take. Of course, there's still more blood work because there's always blood work, and you have to do your glucose test. I hate this test because I think that the liquid that they make you drink is disgusting. Sometimes you get an orange liquid and sometimes you get a clear or white liquid. I prefer the clear one, but both are gross. For my first pregnancy, I had the orange one and it took me forever to drink it, and you're not supposed to take forever to drink it, so that shows you how nasty it is. And the second time around, I had the clear one, which I downed it quickly, but I regret it. When I was pregnant with Noelle, my obstetrician basically had to force me to take this test. I was like, can't I just, tell you that I don't have diabetes? He's like, we need you to take the test. And I waited so long before I actually went, booked the test, and took it. I was just dreading it. But that's why you have to take the glucose test. It's important to know whether or not you've developed diabetes during your pregnancy because we're eating so many different foods and we're eating more foods than we're normally used to. A lot of us are eating sweets. Diabetes during pregnancy is really normal. So your doctors are gonna need to know what to do in order to treat you and in order to ensure that everything is under control if you get diabetes. And the glucose test is the first way of knowing whether or not you have diabetes. Another test that you might have to take is the amniocentesis test. This test is optional. Usually women that are 35 years old or older or have known genetic disorders within their family history, they will take this test. During the second trimester, you also get to find out the gender of your baby. Usually this happens around the 20-week mark. Of course, I did not find out the gender, so we are just gonna have a surprise when the baby is born, but you can do this at this time. You'll also wanna start picking names, and maybe you'll even solidify a name by this point in your pregnancy. Listen, you do not wanna be a couple of days without a name for your baby. I know that sometimes you want to see the baby before you name them, which is totally cool, but have some in mind so that you're not drawing a blank after the baby is born. All right, so if you're like me and you have O negative blood, you might also have to do a RhoGAM shot in this time of your pregnancy. This shot is gonna help to protect your babies against the antibodies that your body is producing during your pregnancy. Now, when you have O negative blood, it's a very special and a very rare blood type. So you wanna do everything that you can to protect yourself and to protect your unborn baby. A fun fact about my RhoGAM shot is that it was administered by the same woman for all of my pregnancies, which is really cool. This last time that I went in to get it done, she was like, I know you. And I'm like, I know you too. And we kind of just shared a really cool embrace in the air because of COVID. But it was a fun time and it was nice to see her. Here's something cool that also happens in your second trimester if you're opting to do a C-section or you're required to do one medically. Now here is where you get the date for the birth of your baby, and this blew my mind. Because this pregnancy was so soon after Noelle's C-section birth, I was required to have a C-section to deliver this baby. So I had to go into my doctor and basically pick a birthday for my child. As soon as the doctor said, okay, we're gonna let you know your date for your C-section, my heart either stopped beating or started racing. I couldn't even remember what happened. But I remember feeling like, oh my goodness, we're gonna know the date of the baby's birth, and that is a crazy concept to me. So I immediately texted my husband the 3 dates that he selected, and I was like, here's the 3 dates. And he was like, do you want me to pick? And I'm like, no, they're gonna pick based on the availability of the OR. But just knowing the birthday and knowing when you're scheduled to have a C-section is just mind-blowing. And the responsibility to potentially pick the date, it's just too much. I couldn't handle it. So I'm glad that I didn't have to pick the date, but knowing is a lot too. Although guys, I do wanna say that he put the date for the 39-week mark. Teo was born at 38 weeks. Noelle was born at 37 weeks. 39 weeks? I don't know. I might go to 39 weeks. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyways, I have told my employer the date of my C-section, and I let them know the time of when I will be taking my maternity leave. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And it's kind of hard to sit on that information, but I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna stay seated and just relax and try to calm down. You'll know when the baby is born soon enough. So here's a pro tip, guys, for you in your second trimester, because you're gonna have regained energy and because you're gonna start to feel more and more like yourself. I say take advantage of it. Try to get as much done as you possibly can. Of course, do not push yourself, but you do want to take advantage of the fact that you are gonna feel a little bit more peppy. Because what happens in the third trimester is a lot like the first trimester, where you're gonna feel more sluggish, you're gonna feel more tired. So now is a perfect time to get the nursery done, start to clean up your home, get things organized, start to get ready for this baby, because guess what? This time is gonna go by even quicker than the first 2 trimesters, I promise you that. So here's a time where you're just gonna get all that you can get done. But here's what you're also gonna do. You're also gonna get some rest. Second trimester is a time to get it done and get your rest. So start on a high where you're doing all the things that you need to do, getting things out of the way, and then take your rest. Because in the third trimester, you can just have a baby at any point. So we want to make sure that the nursery is ready. We want to make sure that the house is ready. We want to make sure that everything that we wanted to get done before baby comes is done. That way you can enter in your third trimester feeling cool, relaxed, and ready for your baby to arrive. Now we're gonna do a measurement. I don't remember what I measured at the last time. I think it was 36 or something like that. Do you remember the number? 36 inches? Was it inches? Was it centimeters? What was it?
Inches for sure.
36 inches? Does that sound normal? I don't remember what I measured at, and maybe we can, are you able to do something like dub it or something? The last time I measured myself at the end of my first trimester, I was
34.5
inches. So let's do an official measurement and see where we are. All right. I'm gonna lift this up. Let's do this. So here you'll also see that the linea nigra is getting darker, which fun times, yay. Whew. I'll give that to you.
39 inches.
39 inches. That's definitely bigger. Because Because before, it was like 30 something, but it wasn't 39. But listen, guys, I'm 39 inches all the way around. I've never been 39 inches of anything in my life, except for when I'm pregnant. I have a very uneventful pregnancy in that I don't have morning sickness, and I didn't have morning sickness from the very beginning. So there's not really much of an update, but I'm hoping that if you are experiencing any morning sickness, that you can hope and pray that by the second trimester, it will be done and over with. Everybody who is carrying a baby right now, I wish you all the best. And I cannot wait to do a third trimester update or just a birth announcement. I don't know. What will we do? An update? A birth announcement?
We should do a third trimester.
So maybe I'll do my third trimester a little bit earlier so that you got some information, but I don't want to take it too far because then what if the baby just comes out?
We'll film one every day. Like,
yeah, I'll film a third trimester update every single day leading up to the birth, just in case, so that I have one for you. And then shortly after, we'll do a birth announcement. All right, guys, until next time, here are some really cool Couch Mom Club videos for you to enjoy. And don't forget to join the club. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you know when I post new videos. Follow me on all your favorite social media platforms, and don't forget to check out the merch. Your links will be in the description right below the like button. Now it's time to get off the couch and into life.